It's a destroyed dildo. Here's a lightning arrestor. I'm taking that. Yeah, these transformers were scrapped. Somebody took all the trannies out of that. Oh yeah, those are big, holy Christ. Yeah, those are pretty big. And they don't look broken either, hopefully not. Oh, shit. Wow. Fucking monsters. Something's not too happy. All right. Just got these cross arms. Cool. Check this out, guys. Some nice brown ones here. Taking these, of course. Absolutely, man. I'll just do this then. Yeah, guys, looks like they left these insulators behind after replacing. I don't see that very much where I live, so I'm taking these, that's for sure. And here's another one. I'll just be taking that. Pretty neat looking too, look at that. I got a twisted mind. Good man. Sounds so cool, babies. So this is what we have collected, guys. I know it doesn't seem like much like last time, but there will be a time for collecting even more of these. Hopefully at some point soon. Sooner rather than later. Because I'm on vacation right now to visit some relatives, and they happen to live close by where I get a lot of these insulators, or most of my insulators in this case. But we'll start it out by looking at these common ones. Now these we see just about every day on a pole or even in a collection, but I only have a few of these in my collection, and I saw these on the side of that road, so I decided to pick those up. Of course, the insulator here is similar to the other four. There's 4 white ones we've got. In total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces, unlike 27 like we had in the other video. So, as you can see, these insulators, they're from probably the 80s. Yep, 86. I don't know the make of these. I think these are made by Chance, I think. Or Porcelain Products. I think they're made by Chance. These brown ones are quite a bit older. I was lucky to score these ones. Now this has an Ohio brass symbol, as you can see. It's a little bit worn. And you can kind of see that it might have had a burn a little bit there, a little bit of molten copper in there, I'm not sure. But you can see that these ones have the laps. These laps are, I'd have to assume these are rated at about 10,000 volts. Is their maximum voltage probably. And you can see that there's 3 sheds. So if it rains or rains sideways, these sheds just create like a dry area or more surface area to keep electricity from finding the ground, which is the pin ultimately. As you can see this last shed just creates even more surface area and makes it a lot more difficult for the electricity to find the path to ground. Well, these ones are made by, it looks like Knox, K-N-O-X. It's got the radio treatment once again, and I believe the radio treatment is used for eliminating the RF interference. I believe, I'm not entirely sure the entire science on that, but these ones, all of these have the 3 sheds. Same thing with this one, just like these other ones. So these are either made by Knox or Chance, but we do know that this is made by Knox. So those are pretty neat. Now this is where we start to get into the interesting stuff. Now, yep, same thing here. This one's actually a fair bit bigger, I think. A little bit. Nope, same. 1986. And yep, radio treatment once again. Now these ones, pretty much the same shape, same deal. The logo looks like it's been worn off quite some time there. That's where the cable used to sit. It's my arm for size comparison. It's pretty big. It's about at least 6 inches wide, maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure. Now this one is my favorite. As you can kind of tell, this one's made by Lock, or Lock-E, I should say. I don't see a specific date on there, but I'm sure this is probably made in the 50s, maybe. And you can kind of see this one has a more different setup. Still has the 3 sheds, but it looks like it's a little bit flatter, which is kind of neat. So yeah, it's same setup, but a little bit different. It's kind of cool. You can kind of see it. I don't know if that's radio treatment or not. It's a little bit darker on the top. So, yep. So those are our little pin insulators. Then we've got our lightning arrestor. Now this is where we get into cool shit. This big beast came out of a substation that once powered I think a mine way back in the day. I think it was maybe not that long ago, maybe in the 70s or 80s or something like that. But the area that the mines were located in, those mines were decommissioned in the 90s, which is kind of cool. And they just left that shit behind, and you know, as you can kind of see that they used a bit of a copper setup there. I think they use a lot of copper in substations, especially back in the day. Now this one has a nice tag on it. Maybe if I could turn it and you guys can see. Station arrestor, made in USA, Pittsfield, Massachusetts. That's cool. 3.7 kilovolts for operating voltage and 4.5 kV is the, I believe, the flash voltage. I'm not sure. Station arrestor, Tranquil, General Electric. Now that is a beautiful artifact there. I mean, it's not a whole lot, but it's just cool. And it's got this big metal base here. Now we have a one of these. Now I returned to the same location, and it looks like they've been digging the area. They've been digging the area up, and so they have buried a lot of these insulators, sadly. So I was able to get this one. I didn't realize it had a chip in it. There's another one around there somewhere that I want to get. Hopefully it doesn't have the same chip, but I took it anyways. Check this out. It looks like this is all water, right? No, that's looks like it's been over glazed or something. Which is kind of interesting. And I believe this is probably rated at 12,000 volts maybe. It's got to be more than that. I think it's got to be rated at 20 kV. Not sure. It's got 6 sheds, and it's a tie top. Kind of like these ones, except these ones are lower voltage. And this one actually has, let's see here, it's got a marking on it somewhere that I saw when I was cleaning it. It's kind of hard to make that out. December 1988. Man, that's really smudged up. I can't really read that. But no, it's a pretty nice insulator overall. Sadly, it's it's been broken. So you got to be gentle with that. Looks like it's had a strenuous life. As you can see, the peg is quite literally just bent a couple of degrees there. Now we get to our last pieces, of course, my favorite. The post-mount clamp top insulators. Now you can see there's some hardware missing on this, but we can probably somehow look for some parts for that. Because these would make really good Jacob's ladder insulators, even though I've got other ones at home. And sorry about the lighting out here. It's kind of a shitty, crummy, cloudy day. But it's... Anyway, these are, of course, we found these in an area next to an abandoned substation. I've been to this substation several times before, and I didn't see these until within the last few days, and I was able to acquire these. They're about 3.5, maybe even 4 feet tall, almost-ish. And they're rated at 69,000 volts. These powered or sent cables to the to a substation with 69,000 volt potential transformers. So I'm assuming that's what these originally are rated for. It's got 17 sheds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, 17 sheds. And you can see these ones are all the same, made by Lap in 1988. It's a very common date, I see. Looks like they ordered all these insulators in bulk to construct their power systems for the mines. You can kind of see this is the same deal. This is our second one. It's got, the grooves are a little bit curved downwards to shut off the rain a little bit. These are really, really nice. Really perfect condition, except the a little bit of rustiness on the top. You can kind of see missing some hardware. Doesn't pivot very much, so I think what we'll do is try to find some stuff for that. Some crotch rocket or something. Check this out. We got galvanized steel of some kind, and now we've got stainless, which is kind of interesting. It's got quite a bit of a base here. It's got very, very thick steel, but that's good. It needs to be. So yeah, these are the new insulators that will soon, of course, go to my collection. There's a little kitty here. It's Razor. There's a reason why we named this cat Razor. Razor or Blade, I don't know. It's got 4 cats running around here. Yep. So those are our new pieces. Very nice. I may or may not upload a video on washing these beasts, as well as the other ones that I got the year and a half before. If you want to check out my previous insulator collection video, go to the link in the description. There's a couple links back there that you guys might enjoy watching. So, yep, those are the new insulators. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gents.